Let's push, guys. It's almost December. But for now, today is the 8th of April. You're joined by Diana Master and Aina Riza Kweyo on another brilliant episode of Smell the Coffee. How are you doing, sis?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm aight. Can't complain.
Me neither.
Yeah, so I wanted us to discuss something. I saw a post on social media that said, let's say you know somebody and this person has bad hygiene. How do you talk to them about it?
I mean, I, for one, wouldn't talk to someone about their hygiene. The only people I would say something to about their hygiene is probably my sister and my brother and maybe my cousin, like really, really close family. I wouldn't even tell it to a third cousin. I just don't think it's my place. I think it's mean to talk about your hygiene, somebody else's hygiene, especially if you don't have a relationship with them. How are you going to come and tell a random person, a colleague, that, hey, you smell?
Yeah.
It's rude. It's mean.
Rude. It's rude.
You can't tell that to somebody who you are not close with because you don't know how the other person will receive it. I know you are probably coming from a
good place.
You are coming from a good place, but just the fact that you are not in this person's life
like that.
And I know you're trying to help, but let those that are close to this person help this person, because surely I know they can see or they can tell that this person's hygiene is off, but I wouldn't. So I wouldn't tell you. I would just try probably and just move around you.
Yeah, you maneuver strategically.
I wouldn't tell you.
Yeah,
how would you?
I wouldn't.
Yeah,
I wouldn't, because how do I come to you and I'm like,
that's what I'm saying.
Your
if you don't have a relationship with someone, it's really not your place.
Because also I put myself in the other person's shoes. How would I feel if someone was to come to me and be like, hey, you smell? You understand?
Like, it's so rude. And I was having this conversation with someone and they said, no, you just give them a gum or you just buy them deodorant. I'm like, are you serious? That's even taking it a step further than...
But you know, there are some people that just have health conditions.
And that's why it's not your place to talk about another person's hygiene, because some people really have natural smells.
Yeah.
Some people it's a
medical
thing.
Yeah.
Some people it's really just untidiness. That's why you cannot intervene if you're not close to the person, because you don't know what's going on. And for you to just assume, and I think when we talk of hygiene, a lot of people just assume it's untidiness.
Yeah.
You are just untidy, or why do you have this smell? No, people are not untidy. Some people just have natural smell. Some people are sick internally. So you can't just assume, and that's why it's not your place to address those hygiene issues with people.
I actually know somebody who everybody assumes, well, you know how it is. Everyone is like, oh, they have bad hygiene. Turns out there were some serious issues happening at home.
Yes.
So this person, like, how their physical appearance was the last thing they cared about because of everything that was happening at home. And so now when you find out about these things, you're like, oh, wow. That's why people say you shouldn't judge.
You shouldn't
Never judge a book by its cover.
Mind your business.
Mind your business.
You mind it until you can't mind it anymore.
Just remove yourself from the equation.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
It's not your place. It's a highly rude.
I definitely
mean
agree.
person energy.
I'm sure mean girl energy.
Yes, I'm sure the people who are close to the person can tell, and perhaps the person also has addressed these issues,
or they've tried to and they can't get rid of this.
But now you're no, guys, don't do that. It's no. I personally, I'll just mind my business.
Let us know what you guys think. We want to hear in the comments. What would you do? Because I think this is definitely one of those things that's up for debate. We definitely agree. We're on the same page, but there are probably some people out there that are not on the same page with us. Advise us, what would you do? This is definitely going to get the conversation going. We are looking forward to hearing what you guys have to say. Now, on that note, we'll be right back with our top stories, starting with how schools in South Africa are failing to address the issue of ChatGPT written assignments. Stick around.
eTicket, your online ticket solution for events and event marketing, bringing you ease of mind and making sure that your event gets out there. For more information, contact events@nmh.com.na.
Now, a cheating crisis is unfolding at South African universities as the rise of artificial intelligence tools like ChatGPT sparks fresh concerns over academic cheating. Universities are grappling with a wave of AI-generated student work that often goes undetected by traditional plagiarism tools. At the University of Pretoria, Associate Professor Shanae Lavery flagged the issue when she noticed that around 70 to 80% of her second-year students' essays showed signs of AI authorship that is flawless in grammar, but disturbingly uniform and lifeless in tone. The challenge, proving AI use, isn't nearly impossible. Detection tools like Turnitin frequently return clean reports, leaving academics with little evidence to act on. The issue is widespread, with the Daily Maverick investigation revealing that nearly two-thirds of a postgraduate class at Stellenbosch admitted to knowing someone who had used AI to cheat. Academics say the problem intensified during the pandemic when online learning created the perfect conditions for unchecked dishonesty. Lecturers report a rise in students who never fully developed critical research and writing skills and now lean on AI to fill the gaps. In response, universities are shifting assessment methods, replacing typed essays with handwritten work, implementing in-person oral exams, and using browser lockdowns during online assessments. Yet universities remain divided. While some, like the Cape Peninsula University of Technology, openly acknowledge the issue, others appear to downplay its extent or reframe AI as a learning tool rather than a threat. Some educators are indeed finding creative uses for AI in teaching, from simplifying complex theories to crafting personalized exercises, but the consensus is clear. Universities are struggling to keep pace with technology that's evolving faster than the systems meant to regulate it. As one academic put it, this is simply a problem many institutions are hesitant to confront because they simply don't know how to.
So what's the problem? Okay.
Apparently, but imagine, my worst fear is that in a few years from now, you go to a doctor and you find your doctor putting in your symptoms into ChatGPT.
But that's what they already do. Then don't they put them in Google? If a person is feeling this and this, and they do this in front of us, like I've gone to the hospital where doctors Google. Yes,
oh my
doctors
goodness.
always do that.
Imagine a doctor doing surgery and they're watching a YouTube tutorial. Oh my gosh.
I mean, I've got, like, doctors always do that. They Google. So I guess they also use ChatGPT or whatever. Like, we would go to the hospital and you see they're on their phones and they're like, yes.
Okay, thankfully I've never had that experience.
I have had that experience
many
times. Yeah. Because these people are human. It's not like they're going to know everything. Yes, they studied for 7-10 years or whatever. But still.
But imagine, right?
That's why they work in groups also. You'll see that like 6 doctors are dealing with one case. Like when my sister was in the hospital, she had, I don't know what it's called, but she had multiple seizures and then she had like some insects in her brain. Her case was being dealt with by like 6 doctors. There were 6 doctors surrounding her and they are each saying, no, this one is saying this one. It's like a case that
they each have their diagnosis.
Yes, that they were dealing with.
No, that I understand. But okay.
Even especially student doctors, student doctors, you will see they are on their
Yo.
phone a lot.
My sister was telling me, because she's studying, medicine and whatnot. So she was also saying that that's when they have to work in groups, you find that this person, all of this information has been chat GPT'd. So the problem with that is some of these people don't take the time to read. For them, it's just as long as I hand in the assignment. So they're not actually reading. And then what happens now when you are in the hospital and you have this person's life in your hands? So that's where the issue lies. I think especially with other things, sort of like media, I don't think it's that detrimental.
These South African students must give me a hack. Which tools are you using, colleagues?
That are going undetected, because our assignments were always detected.
Yes.
Because we used to submit through Moodle.
Yeah, but the grammar thing is not an issue. You can write in your own words.
And then you put it into what?
Yes, why in this day and age, why should you have an assignment with grammatical?
With bad grammar,
yes, like you're just writing your own words, then you put it in Killboard, Grammar Checker.
Yes.
And then it gives...
It corrects you.
Yeah, it even scores. Oh, yesterday I was so disappointed. My writing scored 75. I was like, what's happening? Am I bad right now? What?
Oh, but 75 is not bad.
It's bad. I must score at least 90.
Trust.
Then okay.
Trust.
Yes.
I think my one scored 88. Yeah, I think it was 88.
And I write in bits, I write in paragraphs. So even the new tool that I'm using is Killbot. I think it's called Killbot.
Yeah, it is.
So I paid the premium version.
Quillbot.
Yes. So it has this version where you can paraphrase, you can check grammar, you can AI detect, and then you can check plagiarism.
But
I go and cut and paste from an article, then I paste it there, and then it will say article fully plagiarized.
Yay!
And that's how I saw that, this thing is actually accurate.
No,
and then,
but it's not. There was a time I typed out my assignment, like in my own words, and then I put it in, and then it was like, this article is 70% AI written. I'm like...
Yes, because you put it in the tool. Do you get...
Because these are my own words.
You write in your own words. Well, for me, what happened is I wrote in my own words. I took somebody's words, then I rewrote them in my own words. And then when I put it in AI detector, it said, this is 50% AI.
Plagiarized.
It's what is this? Enhanced with AI. Okay. Because I put it in this tool.
That I understand.
Yes.
With me, I hadn't even put it into Grammarly or anything. This was from Word, from me using my brain cells and typing. And I'm typing, I'm like, oh, this is going to eat. I put it in the AI detector thinking I'm going to get 0%. I'm like, huh?
But now, every word is on the internet. So everything will pick up. We actually don't own any words.
Exactly.
Even this... If you say this statement is written, that what you said will say AI. Somebody apparently else said this is said by someone else, so you can't use it.
Guys, how long has academic research been around? How many times have these topics been written on? Surely
there is somebody who has said something.
But I took it as a compliment. But then I was like, now what is my lecturer going to do now when they see it's 70%? And now you're trying to justify? No, really and truly, these are my words.
I think for Namibian universities, they only check plagiarism.
They only
not
AI.
Not AI. Yes. So I think they also encourage you write in your own words, and then you put it in AI, so it can do the thing for you.
But I think people also need to know what prompts to put in. Because if I know how you speak on a day-to-day basis, and I read your paper, I'll be like, you don't speak like this.
No, but speaking is different. And this, if you are writing an academic paper, like if I'm writing my research, I will write it out in my own words, this according to Diana 2024, yari, 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 yari. And then when I put it in this skill board or whatever, I'll obviously go for the academic thing. I'm not gonna go for the standard because I'm not writing a normal article. I'm writing academically, so I'll change it to the academic option. That's why it's going to be different. Obviously, how I speak is not how I will write, because this is for academic purposes.
I guess so, but then have you noticed that sometimes when these people have to then present their work,
presenting is different. You can't want me to present how I've written, even if I was a journalist.
No, it's not about you present exactly how you wrote, but you find that sometimes people don't even understand what they wrote.
Maybe that's a problem.
That's where the issue lies.
But I think there is, even in day-to-day life, there's a difference between how you speak and how you write. You can't expect me to go and speak and according to Diana 2024, that's not how I speak. I'm probably going to speak more relaxed slang, because that's how I speak, but writing would be a different case. I don't know, but South African students, you're onto something. Put me on, because I'm busy doing research. I'd like to I heard my friend was telling me about this tool. It's called Zuret, where you put it, where you type in your topic or whatever, and then you say, give me all articles about Zuret or whatever. Give me all articles
on this topic.
And then it gives you everything, and then it summarizes.
Oh, nice. Gone are the days of having to sit in the library for
hours. But nonetheless, let's talk about Shaka Ilembe Season 2, which is making a big return. All right, excitement filled the air as media gathered at Bomb Shelter Production Studios for an exclusive sneak peek preview at Shaka Ilembe Season 2. With the returns of the hit series on the horizon, producer Desiree and Angus, alongside executive producer Nomza Mombada, shared insight into the upcoming season and introduced the dynamic new talent joining the cast. Building on the success of its record-breaking first season, Shaka Ilembe continues its gripping retelling of King Shaka's rise to power. Lauded for its cinematic brilliance, historical depth, and powerful performance by an exceptional cast, the series now welcomes new faces who will add drama and depth to the developing epic. Now, joining the world of Shaka Ilembe this season is Zamani Mbata, Luyanda Zuma, Amanda Siome, and Anele Nene, as well as Sikanyi Sositole, each bringing fresh energy and depth to the unfolding drama. The new cast members, who sat amongst the great from Season 1, spoke with zeal about their excitement to be part of Season 2. Now, Shaka Ilembe Season 2 premieres on Sunday, 15 June at 8 p.m. only on Zanzi Magic Channel 161. If you have missed the first season, binge watch it today on Showmax and also on Zanzi Wetu, that is Channel 163, and it plays on Sunday at 9 p.m. or alternatively DSTV catch up. So basically that is the story. We will be right back with our interview. We are talking about cancer associated
Cancer Care Drive.
Cancer Care Drive, sorry.
With me in studio today is somebody who is truly inspirational and the brains behind the Dignified Cancer Care Drive. I am joined by Lucia Bopoto, and we are so excited to have her in studio. How are you doing today?
I'm good, thanks, Diana. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so start us off by telling us about the Dignified Cancer Care Drive.
Well, it's a drive, it's an initiative that started like less than a month ago. Where we collect hygiene items for cervical cancer patients, as well as the patients that are in palliative care who are under state care. So a lot of cervical cancer patients have to travel long distances to come and get care at the Central Hospital, because that's the only state center that there is for cancer. So a lot of patients have to travel long distances. And when you have cervical cancer, there's also the issue of bleeding. So it gets uncomfortable to drive such long distances. So I just thought this could be something that can help make their journeys a bit more comfortable.
Oh, that's beautiful. So what was the inspiration behind this?
Last year, I went for an early Christmas event at Central Hospital where I was a keynote speaker. And in conversation with the social workers, they were telling me that, for a lot of women who have cervical cancer, because I took sanitary wear there, and they told me that the sanitary wear, which is the regular sanitary wear that we use, is quite small, because for a lot of cancer patients who use it, by the time they get, and you can imagine this is the distance from the door of Central Hospital right until the gate, they already need a bathroom break.
Oh, no.
So now you can imagine if they have to go to Rehoboth, if they have to go to Chumeb and all sorts of places.
I see.
Yeah.
I'm getting goosebumps as you're saying all of this because this is just truly inspirational. So can you share a moment or story that made you realize the need for this initiative?
After my conversation with the social workers, because when I go, I also have I'm a cancer patient, cancer survivor now. I also have my checkups at Central Hospital. I met a lady who was from Rehoboth, and just in conversation, when we were talking, she was telling me how arduous her journey is, how she has to go, and this is just Rehoboth, 100 k's away, how she has to come to Windhoek for treatment, how she has to go back when she doesn't have enough supplies. So that's when I realized that, okay, maybe there's a more urgent need for this. Yeah.
I see. So how has your personal journey or background influenced your involvement in this cause? Because you're very outspoken when it comes to cancer, and you are not shy.
Yeah.
You have the conversations that people don't want to have. So talk to us about that.
I was thinking about this in the bathroom the other day, and I was like, I may not be a trust fund baby, but I'm a legacy baby.
You're a legacy baby, love it.
So my dad had cancer, and I think how he handled his journey also just inspired me, because my dad really believes in, nothing should be secretive, because once you keep something secret, you can't help other people out there. So he was quite outspoken about his journey, which also, when I ended up in the same situation, I was able to do the same.
I see. So how do you ensure that donations reach the patients who need them the most? What's the criteria? How do you divide the products?
Okay, so I am working in connection with I'm working together with the social workers who are at Windhoek Central Hospital. They deal with the cancer patients specifically. So the lady who I work with deals with the adults. She knows exactly who is coming in, how many women are coming in, who is in need of this. And for the palliative care as well, whenever there's a shortage in the wards, they contact the social workers. So the social worker is the last resort, the emergency fund. So they're able to then dish out as when necessary.
I see. So how can people contribute to the Dignified Cancer Care Drive?
Well, they can get in touch with me. There is a list of items that is there. On social media, Facebook, it's ORB Foundation, Instagram ORB Foundation, as well as TikTok ORB Foundation. There we have a list of everything that's needed. And people can just buy and then let me know when they have it with them, and then I can either collect or they can drop off. But they can get in touch with me.
Beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful. So have you faced any challenges in getting donations, and how do you overcome them?
So far, I haven't faced any challenges. I think mostly because it's something that's recently started. It's been logistics so far, just making sure that I get all the packages together. I was supposed to do my first drop off on Friday, but now I'm doing it this afternoon. And it's just, logistics, around logistics. Because right now I'm still a one-man band, so getting everything together is a bit of a nightmare. But, as I'm going, I'm overcoming it.
So speaking of, since you said you're a one-man band, if there are people that want to volunteer, again, can they just contact you from the socials?
Yes, please. There's many people who want to volunteer. I'm very open to having volunteers as well.
Okay. Yeah. And have you seen any heartwarming responses from the community so far?
So far, I have gotten so many heartwarming responses. I actually get goosebumps whenever people talk to me about it. From people who work in oncology, they're just emphasizing the need, that there is such a big need for this drive. From, I haven't spoken to patients directly yet, but mostly from people who work in oncology, from people who are willing to donate, people who've also been affected by cervical cancer.
I see. All right. And are there any expansion plans or new elements you'd like to introduce?
There are expansion plans. I think the donation drive is a way to get to the more sustainable solution, because, always seeking out donations isn't quite sustainable.
And And all's well that ends well. We'll be right back. Not right back, but we'll be back again tomorrow, same time, same place. Until then, bye.